75 years. This story began with one God who planted in the hearts of three faithful men one vision to reach the unreached in the Far East or Southeast Asia with one message, the good news of Jesus Christ. From the United States, they traveled 7,000 miles across the world, hoping to establish a radio station in China. But not long after, China closed its doors to foreign missionaries. So they set their sights on the Philippines, where the Lord allowed the vision to take root. In 1948, from one studio, one antenna, one transmitter, and one calling, one mission was launched to bring Christ to the world by radio.
And now, 7.5 decades later, FEBC has become a network of 13 radio stations across the Philippines, heard in 27 local languages. The Philippines turned out to be an ideal location for FEBC's outreach to Asia. With 2 shortwave transmitting sites in Iba, Zambales and Bocaue, Bulacan, FEBC broadcasts go out to China and surrounding nations in Southeast Asia in more than 40 languages to approximately 3 billion people. As technology changes, FEBC has gone beyond the airwaves into the digital world. In addition to its terrestrial radio stations, FEBC has 5 new media channels online to reach a wider audience. Through its Manila and regional radio stations, from shortwave sites to online streaming, FEBC Philippines finds ways to connect. In 2022, FEBC received close to 3 million responses from listeners worldwide.
Amidst repressive governments, religious persecution, changing political and cultural landscapes, and even a global pandemic, FEBC continues to be a spiritual lifeline. From cities to far-flung provinces, our broadcasts have reached millions of people, bringing hope, inspiration, and the message of salvation in Jesus Christ.
75 years is a long time, but the work is far from finished. 30% of the country is deaf spots, areas that are not yet consistently reached by the gospel broadcasts. At present, FEBC Philippines is reaching out to 6 regions where people still need to hear God's word on a daily basis. The provinces of Ilocos, Mindoro, Palawan, Camarines Norte, Eastern Samar, Central Visayas, and the Caraga region. Everyone needs the gospel, wherever they live. FEBC Philippines strives to penetrate these deaf spots, bringing the sound of the gospel to every corner of the archipelago.
In over 7 decades, FEBC has seen countless listeners come to know Jesus Christ. Countless lives changed in response to FEBC broadcasts. Countless communities reached with the unchanging love of God, on air, online, on the ground. 75 years of history, 75 years of sharing His story. FEBC Philippines is committed to being close to the Master, close to the listener, close to the partners, and close to one another. Today in FEBC Philippines, we are reminded of how God can work through ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. And as the Lord would have it, we are committed to serving Him with excellence and faithfulness, knowing that everything we do is ultimately for His glory, declaring, What we have done, you have done. FEBC Philippines, communicating Christ in our world until all have heard.